Hey guys, FilthyRobot here, continuing our playthrough of EU4 with Arumba. How you doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing not too bad, not too bad. I'm looking forward to getting the nobility back on track so we can exploit them again.
Nice.
Good.
Sounds good. I like that.
It's coming up, right?
Should be soon, yeah.
And you were getting excited about something during the break. What was that?
Well, we just had our truce expire with Denmark, and you remember how we were talking about how we wouldn't be able to attack Pomerania anymore because we're trying to be friends with the Emperor, Bohemia?
Yeah,
You notice who Denmark's allied to?
didn't. Denmark is allied to Pomerania.
Yeah, so if we attack Denmark, we're not really attacking Pomerania, we're attacking Denmark. So Bohemia won't be upset about it, they won't defend. If we take land from the Empire, as long as we're allied to the Emperor, he's not even going to demand unlawful territory. He's just going to be like, yeah, well, you shouldn't have done that, but it's okay, basically. So we need to decide now, like, are we going to just like straight up take the alliance with Bohemia? And I think we should, because it's a great opportunity right now to advance our interests.
Okay. Do we want to fabricate? I kind of want to. I mean,
Yeah, I'd get one more claim on
yeah.
Pomerania, and we should ferry our army over there. It doesn't look like, well, we got 60% on the Methian separatists and 50% on the Ulstrians. About 2.5 years, roughly.
Well, could we suppress the Methians? No,
No.
15. Why is Pale so... If I click on Pale, is it going to tell me why they're so pissy?
Yeah, they're pissy because we lowered autonomy. Remember, we lowered
Yeah, I
autonomy.
do, but I'm trying to see where the modifier is. It tells me that it's going to cause 15 unrest from that. So
Hover
if I
over
were
the
unrest,
15.9.
yeah, okay. Break the Black Douglas, legitimacy, positive stability, controlled by the clergy, non-accepted culture, separatism. Why is separatism just 11.5? And autonomy decreased plus 10.
Because we recently conquered it from England in the last war.
Okay,
Separatism starts off at 30 years, and the unrest from separatism is half of the number of years.
okay.
So
Should we
that's where
should
we
we
end up
buy
with.
stability?
No, 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 no.
I
Number
might-
one, generally speaking, if you have high stability, the game is kind of mean, and you are more likely to get stab hit events when you have high stability than when you have low stability.
Hmm.
So if you're exceptionally high, like 2 or 3 stability, you're more likely to get bad events that are going to lower your stability.
Okay.
Number two, it's incredibly expensive. To buy up to 3 stability would cost us 190 admin points.
Yeah.
We're not ahead of time on admin tech,
Yeah.
and admin is going to be useful for coring. It's no, 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 no.
Okay.
I generally wouldn't even buy stability unless I'm in negative. I would buy to 0, but I would never even buy up to like +1 in most cases, barring like religious conversion situations.
Okay.
So yeah, I will unmothball the transports.
Okay. If we're
And
going
we're
to war,
definitely
I want this next military tech.
yeah, well, kind of. Depends. Does Denmark have it?
I don't. Well.
Yes, they do. They have Tech 8.
So yeah.
Is Denmark's navy actually going to matter? Sorry, their army. Is it going to matter? Are we going to be able to just block them off because we've got superior naval power? Do we have naval power? I don't even know.
Yeah. That's a good question.
It's
By the way, nobility thing just expired, so now we can do something with that. So
nice.
let's go take
I'm
a
going to
look.
briefly. Denmark has 0 heavies. They have 6 ships. Norway, their subject nation, has 0 heavies and only 1 ship. So we don't have very many heavies. We only have 1 heavy right now, but we have naval superiority as is. I would like to have more heavies, but depends. What do you think? Do you want to buy up a couple more heavies just so that we can
No.
have an edge?
I don't know. We're spending our money so aggressively. We're not. I mean, I feel like it would be nice to have some economic prosperity for a little bit to do some development of like
Mm,
buildings and shit. But
Okay, yeah, but the primary building we would want to be building right now is shipyards, so that we can build more ships. So we'd still be spending the money. I think we should build at least 3 more light ships right now to get our up to our force limit.
I'm okay
Which
with light ships. I'm not so okay with heavy ships. They don't do anything when we're not warring, and like no one has a navy that we're going to be warring right now that I care that much about, right? Like you just check the
exactly.
navies of the other two, and like who cares? Like those are minimal
Yep.
navies.
They will also pull in Pomerania and Galray, which we should check on as well. I'll check on those real quick.
Okay, so
So you
what's
were looking at the nobility.
nobility?
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're currently at 4% loyalty. They're not real pleased about that because they don't have. And if I mouse over that, it says because low legitimacy is not a positive modifier, but they unless they demand more territory or change towards 50%. Blah blah. Where does it say that they need? Where does it tell me how much land they need? I thought it told me that in here.
Hover over the third column. The nobility controls
Yeah.
7.4%, and they expect to control 15.
Okay. So we'd like to get them to 15, because then their loyalty will start trending up, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we should do that.
Yep. I would
Okay.
look at giving them Marches, Hampshire, and Kent,
Hampshire.
assuming that won't put them above 80% influence.
Marches, Hampshire, and
This is
Kent. Nobility.
That's our
Okay.
newest land. It has the highest autonomy.
And
And
increase their loyalty by 4, influence by 6. So that will give, okay, that will put them at 62, and land percentage to 11. So we'll give them marches. Seems good. Okay.
okay.
And we need to give them another 4%.
Yeah. Looks like if you just give them Kent, then they'll be at 15.1% overall.
All right. Their
And then
loyalty immediately got a bump up, and now it's actually increasing.
Yeah, but
Okay.
they're still going to be pissed for a while. But that's okay. As long as it's increasing over time, that's great.
And
Now,
the
last province, Hampshire, I would either consider lowering autonomy there and leaving it unassigned, or giving it to the clergy or the burghers, one of the two. I would not leave it
let's
just
take a look
unassigned.
at what we want to do with the burghers. I want to look if so giving them territory increases their influence and their loyalty, right?
Both, yes.
Yeah. So I kind of wanted to demand admin from the clergy. That's coming up on, that's 6 years away still. And the burghers was contribution, which is coming up in a year. So it might be nice to have a little bit more loyalty with the burghers. I mean, it's not going to be too big a deal. 37, we want under 40. So if we gave them one province, I know you were saying earlier not to give, or rather burghers, they prefer the ones with the trade modifiers. And that isn't going to have that, but it would be nice to take the money, right?
Yeah, in this case, I'm not sure. I would.
We can demand biblical power too. Interesting.
I'm leaning towards giving them Hampshire to the clergy, because you'll notice English separatists are actually pissed again already. They're back up to 20%. Kent, Hampshire, and Marches now have 10.9 unrest. Like they're.
How are you seeing the clergy? What does it say the clergy do something special with unrest?
Go to, like, as if you were going to give it to them. And then in that tooltip, it says, it will have the following effects in the province. Minimum province autonomy, 25. Local tax modifier is removed. Local unrest, -2.
Local unrest -2. That does not happen for the burghers, huh?
No,
Okay.
the clergy are the ones that lower unrest.
All right, so it's just a function of the clergy. Okay.
Basically, our legitimacy's trash right now. We lost one stability, and that's the main reason. Tolerance also came down, because tolerance is affected by legitimacy. So we lost a lot when we switched to this guy. So our unrest is looking really bleak. If we're going to go on an offensive war, we could probably handle the unrest as is. But when we win the war, we're going to have overextension and war exhaustion. So these rebellions are going to fire like right away, which makes me want the clergy to lower unrest.
All right.
So, yeah. And that also pretty much outs the idea to lower autonomy, because we just don't want to have any more rebellions right now.
Okay.
Okay, Pomerania has 20 ships, by the way. They actually have the most significant navy.
That's funny.
Yeah. Tech 8, Tech 9. Wow.
Damn, we were just about to get another claim out of that too.
Yeah, Tech 8, and then Galray. Just trying to check. Where the hell is Galray? There he is. He's on Tech 8. So everyone's on Tech 8. We're only on Tech 7.
Yeah, it's time to get Tech 8, I think.
Yeah, the infantry fire would be nice. The only drawback is that every idea you take right now is going to reduce the next tech cost. So it'd be so nice to be able to power through all of these ideas in a row. But yeah,
the next idea is going to remove the tech cost. What does that mean?
You remember from last session. Come on. Every time, every idea you have in that category reduces tech cost by, I think, 1%. Remember? Hover over the tech cost for military.
Okay.
Ideas -8%. We have 4 military ideas. Each one's reducing tech cost.
Oh, that's where that number comes from. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. We did. I know we did.
All right. Well, I remember it too. I know I do. Okay.
But yeah, there's enough people that I think that having the tech would be more important anyway.
Done.
All right. We need another claim on Pomerania. I'm going to get that.
Okay.
We
lost both our spy networks, got kicked out.
45 with Denmark. Yeah, it's going to take a long time. And then England, we need 50. And we need a claim. Oh, I see you got the claim on Oxfordshire again.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to go to war, we're pretty much ready to go to war right now. Should
So
move
the
our
war would
army
be
over.
on Denmark, possibly, and pulling in Pomerania because they're allied. We have adequate ships. Our gold is a little pathetic for war right now, and our manpower is a little bad. It's like not a lot of manpower, but I mean, I guess do we have sight over there? We don't. I don't see a lot of Danish troops over there.
Yeah, well, he's at peace right now. Did you end up deciding, are we going to actually ally Bohemia? If we are, we need to do that before we go to war.
I'm fine with that. I'd like a shot at their. I'd like a shot at this taking over their stuff.
Yeah, okay. Well, then offer them an alliance.
Okay, so I will say break royal ties. No, offer alliance. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Sweden has a truce, so we can't expect to call him in. France is now losing his war against the English, which is funny.
I don't know how that turned around on him, but okay.
Well, it's because he's fighting Castile, Aragon, Naples, Portugal.
Let's go.
That's a
Let's move
lot
some
of
troops
people.
over. I guess. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to war.
Most of them are already over there.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think we
Need-
do we even need to have our forts on? Probably not.
All right,
If
I'm
anyone
gonna
actually
go back to
succeeds.
fabricating on England.
Yes, that sounds good. And then the other diplomat probably keep free until
The war. Yeah.
we declare. Okay, if we are going to do this, we're going to end up having none of our navy protecting trade, which is unfortunate because we want to have all of our navy together to have naval superiority. We need 2 more months for the one heavy that we have to actually get repaired.
Okay. So we'll wait on that.
Yeah, sounds good. Burgundy just became the papal controller again. Unfortunate for us.
Wait,
So what that
wasn't
means now-
wasn't that just Bohemia?
No, not the papal. You're thinking of the emperor.
Yeah, it
Talking about
was.
papal controller.
Okay.
So basically what happened is whoever was the emperor before, sorry, not the emperor, whoever was the papal controller before, their ruler died, and then a new person got chosen, and Burgundy just happened to get it twice in a row. Because of that, if you go to the papal influence screen, you'll notice we now have a 0% chance. Any invested influence we spent is now gone, and if you want a chance at it again, we got to click it. You have to spend 5 more points again.
It's annoying.
Yeah. I'm gonna just do it anyway, just because I want to see a chance. A chance at it would be interesting, for your own experience and benefit. Okay. Let's see.
Papa.
I think. Okay.
So nobility related pop up.
Oh, goody.
And we have gold is a sign of nobility. We can gain 96 ducats right before war, which would be nice. Nobility loses 10 loyalty, which is bad. And the burgher state gains 10 loyalty. Okay. Or the nobility cannot be bought, in which case the nobility gains 10 loyalty. We gain 1 stability, which sounds pretty fucking amazing. And the burgher's estate loses 10 loyalty, and they're currently at 47. So they will be disloyal, but they'll be only very slightly disloyal.
Seems fine to me. I'll
Yeah.
definitely take that free stability. That's worth a lot of admin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Our heavy is repaired. I'm sending the entire navy over to Sealand.
You're not worried about this 70% separatists over here?
I don't
Pale?
like it, but no, not really worried about it. We have a fort in Pale.
Okay, it's just gonna take them a long time to siege down.
Yeah, and we can't really stop it. I mean, we could delay the war
Just
if you
gain
want
20
to.
prestige for free.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good
I mean,
right before the war.
We could delay the war in favor of trying to put down that rebellion, but there's no way of knowing exactly when it's going to happen. So I'm just going to
No.
turn the fort on, and then we'll just hope that it doesn't.
Yeah,
And if
let's
it
go to
does, whatever.
You ready to war?
Yeah. So how do you feel about our leaders? You like the leader that we have?
Let's go take a look at who our leader is in the Second Army.
Donald
Yes.
Alexander? He's
I
pretty
do
good.
like him.
He's pretty good.
Yep.
Do you want to have an admiral?
We're gonna be fighting some big stuff, maybe. Let me
Okay.
just see. Let me see the admiralship thing on the burgers. What does that actually do?
Now,
Uh,
now would be a good time to take Diplotech 8 so we get that naval morale bump.
okay. I'm good with that. I was looking at that. We're getting close to that limit, anyways. Not super close, but okay. So that would be technology. You wanted the naval limit, apparently. You're
Not
just
the
going
naval
for-
limit, naval morale. That's what I want.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yep, morale will affect how quickly our ships lower the enemy's morale because max morale determines. And also, you'll notice we actually just got the ahead of time bonus, which is 20% more trade efficiency, which is really, really good.
Where do I see that?
When you're looking at the military screen,
Yes.
you'll notice for Diplotech, to the top right of the Diplotech section, there's a plus 25% in red. Hovering over that shows we're 3 years ahead of time on Diplo,
Cool.
giving us plus 20%.
And minus yearly corruption, which is actually good right now.
Yeah.
Although, are we
Well,
paying for corruption right now?
no, corruption got down to 0, so we're losing nothing.
Okay.
If anything, it would have been nice
Earlier
to,
than the earlier.
Yeah, have the,
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it would do that for us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I don't
Is
know
the
that there's
courthouse
much
a
else.
building?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I would just keep the money that we have stockpiled. I wouldn't worry about turning on any other forts. I'm not too worried about the other rebellions. Austrians are next to Pale, so
And you are considering an admiral.
I don't think we need it, but it's only Diplo points, and we're ahead of time on that, and it wouldn't be horrible to have a few extra pips for combat.
I would like it. You've lost
Okay,
us
go
some heavies recently, so it would be nice to get somebody to offset
Okay.
that. I'm gonna
Well
click
then,
recruit.
let's see your luck. Yeah, roll an admiral.
Oh, he's amazing.
Get a 201. Not that great, but hey, it's better than nothing.
Okay.
We'll put Douglas Keith in charge.
How's the fire phase compared to the shock phase in naval combat?
They are functionally identical.
Okay, so all right.
They still go fire first, then shock, but they don't have any variation at all whatsoever.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
let's do this war.
Okay, it's look at that, Skane, mothballed fort.
I can see that by going
Oh,
to
jeez.
I.
So Denmark has a fort and it's mothballed. That's
Okay.
hilarious. Let's check and see if Norway has one fort and he's got it on. Pomerania has one fort, but it's a capital. And Gelre has a single capital fort. Okay, yeah. So
Are you
we're
worried
gonna
about our manpower at all?
Not really, no, because we've got trade ideas. We've got the income to support mercs if we need them.
That's true. Okay.
So yeah, what I would do then in this case, we have naval superiority. Let's wait till June the 1st.
Okay.
I want to make sure that heavy needs to join up with the navy. Get one more month of repairs in. Keep the diplomat free to declare on the 1st. And then you're going to take one infantry to Skane, and then you're going to take the rest and go smash his army. And we'll see if we can stack wipe it really easy by giving him a like pseudo retreat path. Okay, go ahead. Declare the war if you're ready.
Okay.
Just
So
make
let
sure
me
nothing-
right click on Denmark. I'm gonna go to declare war. We're not pulling in. All right. So we're not asking any of our allies to join us, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Sweden can't because he's got a truce. Bohemia's just recently become friends with us.
Okay.
And France is he's
And
losing.
I don't want to. So, okay, there's another one that we're looking at. So, no, we're taking its conquest. I guess I could declare the war goal. I'm gonna declare Finn. I think actually, be easier to hold Skane, right?
Yeah, I'll make it Skane.
Okay, so we'll make it Skane, and I thought there was some way we could declare if the enemy. Okay, what is the co-belligerent stuff? So I'm looking at this again. I'm just looking. They will not be able to call their own allies, but it will make it be twice as expensive to take their provinces. Why would I want to make it twice as expensive to take their provinces?
Okay, so if you don't co-belligerent Pomerania and we want to take land from him, then each province you take, negotiating is going to cost twice as much. If you do co-belligerent them, then that penalty is removed, but they will be allowed to call their allies as well.
Okay, so let me go look at his allies. He has allies Denmark, East Frisia, which was just a one tile, I think.
One province minor, yeah.
And then Verdun. Where's Verdun? Let's go find Verdun. Verdun, where are you? Show me where you are. Reveal yourself, Verdun! No, it didn't work.
It's the yellow guy off the Halagoland Blight. He's got 2 provinces. He's got 20 development. He's going to have an army. He'll have at least a 5 or 6 stack.
I'm not that scared about a 5 or 6 stack.
Well, it's a lot of little one province miners to bring in.
It's 2
let's see.
province miners.
Here's what I would recommend. Let's see. How much... Let's check the war score cost of the provinces we're going to take from Denmark. Skane is 21%. Okay, we've got a
How do you
claim on
check that?
Finn. Click on the province itself,
Yeah.
Skane.
Mhm.
And then in the bottom, like lower third of the province interface, you can see the cross swords with the star, 21%.
Okay.
Okay, Finn is 14, so we're at like 35.
Okay.
Other claims, we've got Colding is 9, so that's like, I've lost count again. 21, 35, 44. Slevsig is 58. And then Holston is 58 plus 13. So 60, 70, 71% more score. So we're going to spend 71 more score just taking land off of Denmark. Probably the easiest solution would be just to negotiate a separate peace with Pomerania. We'll pay a few diplo points to take their land with a separate peace, but we can take those two provinces without allowing him to be a co-belligerent.
Okay. That's
And
what
that
I
way
wanted
we
to
just
hear,
have-
that we could get the one province that had the access to the southern Baltic Sea.
Yeah, if there was room in the war score negotiation with Denmark to take Pomerania's land directly, we could avoid spending diplo points, but there isn't, because we're going to spend 71 some war score on Denmark directly. So yeah. It's
So
a
I'm
lot
going to
of
leave those
lands.
boxes unchecked then, because that means they're not co-belligerents. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Do it. All right. Make sure you send your one troop over to Skanade to take that mothballed fort.
Okay.
Well, you gotta wait like a day so our navy can go out there and obliterate that little one ship.
Okay.
We just failed our mission because we were trying to recover manpower. It's
Okay.
totally fine. Rival of a rival, definitely the best mission.
Okay. Is that...
Definitely.
All right. What does it do for us?
Diplo
Steals a
points.
pin, diplo points. Oh, okay. So we have to rival...
We have to make Castile like us.
Okay, that's fucking easy. All right.
Well, it'll be a little tricky. We have already improved relations by 55, and he's at 46, so that we can get to 90 easily, but we can't get to 100. We'll take the mission and try.
Okay. Were we doing favors with France for any of this?
We earn favors over time.
No, I know.
With-
I'm saying, weren't we? I thought we were doing something with France here. We were going to pull them into a war.
That was back when Austria was the emperor. It's,
No, we
it's
don't
all
care.
changed now.
Okay.
We can't expect France to join. Plus, he's still losing his war.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, we're gonna take a break here. But next episode, you're gonna go win this war for us, right?
I'm going to lose some troops and see how that works for us.
All right. Sounds good.
See you soon.
See you in a bit.